Oop, forgot to turn on those. It's always something. Always something you forget. Always something. And I should probably turn this on. And, let's just mute this for a moment. And then turn the audio back on, and okay. Well, hello, folks, and welcome to another ranking of the Game Boy Puzzlers. We have a pretty good list forming here. We've now got 38 games on the list, all the way from Tetris. Will there be a game higher than Tetris? Well, I'm biased, so the answer is no. And it goes all the way down here to game number 38, which is Blodia. Will there be a game that ranks lower than Blodia? Today might be a contender, not gonna lie. When I was testing these games out to make sure that one, they work, and two, that they fit the criteria of the show, this was one of those games where I thought, maybe I should just disqualify this one on a little technicality. Nobody'll know. It won't be a big deal. But ultimately, I'm afraid we are going to have to play this. And that game is, as it says on the side of the screen right there, Franky, Joe, and Dirk on the tiles. If the title didn't give it away, it's a tile puzzle game. And to be clear, I don't have anything against tile puzzles. I really don't. But you'll see. You'll all see. But with that out of the way, let's get right on into it here. And I was a little late getting started, so we may need to take a moment to check the audio levels. I'm just going to quickly wait for audio to start happening. I'm not hearing any squealing noises, that's good. Must have put my headphones in backwards last time I played this. And also, if we're late getting started, gotta get some stuff plugged in. Am I stalling? Not intentionally, but I suppose it has the same effect. Press start to play, press select for options. Okay, let's look at options. Music, sound effect, tile speed, code, language select, English, Français, Netherlands, okay. English is the only one I have real competency in, I can maybe a little bit of Français, un petit peu de Français, si tu veux. Alright, so we're going to jump in here. Difficulty 1 easy, 4 hard. So, we go down here. Game type, normal game against clock. Well, I suppose we're going to have to start with normal game. Use control pad to change options, then press start to play. Thanks for the info. You know, not a lot of games give you that kind of assistance. Alright, here we go. Level 1, difficulty 1. Uh-huh. Okay, so I understand this is... Okay, you need to hit those to get more time. I think you want to avoid that one, because that scrambles... the bomb, the weight, I don't know what the weight does. Yeah, we can reset the clock, we get, if we hit, yeah, that one shakes everything. That was the letter U. This game is brought to you by the letter U. That piece is locked until we get the key. The bomb explodes if you don't move the tile, so that's bad. You don't want that to happen. I don't. Okay, that's the letter N, which does letter N things. That S. U. Does this go over? There's another N. Like, oh, that moved things, kind of. Like, I gotta be completely honest with you all here. Oh, we're out of time. Game over. Back to the title screen. Alright, let's try again. So, the thing about this particular game, that's a O. I don't know what I'm looking at. Like, obviously this is a picture of Joe from the hit video game Joe and Mac Caveman Ninja. But this picture is a bit difficult to kind of parse somewhat. So, like, just on top of this being a tile puzzle with a very strict time limit, it's... I don't really... The biggest challenge here is just understanding what it's actually a picture. This is... I can barely see. I don't know what I'm looking at. The graphics here are just way, way, way too detailed. And the image is just a mess of pixels that don't really look like anything. And that goes there, but, you know. So I feel like every time I've ever played a tile puzzle, the sort of the key thing was that it's something you kind of sit there and just really slowly put together, and this seems to be high-speed tile puzzles with overly detailed, barely comprehensible images, and there's... oh, game over, out of time. Oh, this time I got a high score? Okay. So now, as you might have noticed, normal game is a race against the clock, and then there's also a mode called against clock. So if we play that, it's the exact same thing, except now those little icons that interrupt the game are gone. And I think the clock is a little bit slower to compensate. I hope the clock is a little bit slower to compensate. Because otherwise, what are we even... So I know this has to go here. And then mouth goes here. And oh wait, no, that is where it needs to be, so we just need to get this piece into this spot. Okay, that's where that needs to be. And the arm is there. Is that what is that? What's that? Is that also arm? Which part? What part of his is this arm? This looks like, oh, we're out of time. All right, let's try that again. I guess technically if you memorize every move that happens at the very beginning, you could avoid some amount of confusion. Much like actual tile puzzles, much of this comes down to knowing the moves that actually change the placement of pieces, which I, like most of the sane world, do not. Okay, that's the end of a fist, I think. There's this looks like an arm. Okay. We got a good amount of this. I think we just gotta swap position of these last couple of things, maybe. Oh, we're out of time. Game over. It's about to be another half hour of this, folks. Pull up a chair, I don't know. Leave this on in the background if you must. Okay, so, that goes there. Yeah, that's the other, okay, that goes... Where's the top? Oh, the top of his head is down there. Okay, so that's the top of his head. Is that that? What about that? Is that, no, that doesn't go there? Okay. Wait, that looks kinda right. What about that? No, something's still wrong. No, that needs to stay where it is. And, no, this... needs this, is that? No? That's not it? Okay. I can't tell. Game over. Out of time. Maybe if I, like, sit back a little and kind of squint? No? This isn't really doing anything? This isn't it? About that? Maybe? And now this needs to go... Oh, see? Isn't it obvious? That's what it looks like. No shuffle bonus, too many moves. Well, thanks. All right. Okay, puzzle 2 is a slight improvement. Obviously, this is Dirk the Daring from Dragon's Lair. This puzzle's a little easier to read, but you know, it's still kind of still a bit of a race against time here. And yeah, this is oh. A tile that has almost nothing in it kind of sort of blends in with the tile that is blank. That's okay, that's that sword. We got the sword. We got the sword. The helmet needs to go up here. And, okay, his hand's on the wrong side, so... There... Again, I know there is a technique to just moving one piece over. Oh, we're out of time. Game over. Alrighty. Back to the first puzzle. Now we get to do this one again. It feels like the trick here should be to kind of remember the sequence at the beginning. No, that's... They're gonna end up over there, again. Nope, they're gonna end up over here again. Nope, they're gonna end up... Wait, maybe not. Nope, they're gonna end up right there again. This isn't extraordinarily fun. But again, I want to restate here that if I could do this slowly, I would be at least fine. I would be sort of okay with that. And then you run out of time and right back to the title screen. Alright, start again. I think that goes there. I need to get this big goofy mouth over here. But, what? Is it this one? Is it this one that I need to... I'm back to not knowing what I'm looking at. Game over, out of time. Would it surprise you to learn that this game was developed in the UK? There's... Okay, I think this one needs to get over here somehow. There, that one needs to go there. And I don't know what goes here. This one maybe. Maybe this one. Okay. Oh, we're out of time. The copyright date on this is 1993. This is a 1993 Game Boy game. Alright, let's try again. Level 1, difficulty 1. I'd really like to restate. We're playing on difficulty level 1. Okay, this one's kind of almost finished. Oh, apparently that's it. What is that buzzing? Is that the game, or is that just my setup? That's the game. Okay, so that thing is behind him. Again, I get the concept here that this isn't nearly as shuffled as you might think. Kinda. That's not it? Okay. I need to get this piece into the... up over to the place where it needs to be. Which is there. And that... game over. Ran out of time. Okay, back to level 1, difficulty 1. That has a password for some reason. Oh, crap. No, this is... I mean, I guess we might as well try, but I don't think this one's gonna work. Oh, boy. Oh, so one of these is actually the ground. I think it's the one that's up in the corner. This one. Okay, so we put the ground where it needs to go. And... nope, this is still wrong. There we go. No shuffle bonus, too many moves. Okay, was that just like entirely going around the circumference here? So if we just keep... no, apparently not. Alright. Oh, there it is. This is going to be interesting, because I have absolutely no idea who Franky is. I'm familiar with Joe and Dirk. That's a snake. Okay. This one is potentially manageable. There's at least a clear pattern that we're trying to, Don't get too impressed. If I have to do this again, I won't be able to. At level 4. Yes, speaking of not be able to, we're back to... Seems like the Joe and Mac puzzles specifically are just too visually busy for the Game Boy. Because I, once again, cannot tell you what exactly I'm looking at right now. Do those go together? I don't know. Does that go there? Those look like, okay. Okay, yeah, that's starting to make a little bit of sense. No, that did the opposite of what I was attempting. Oh, we're out of time. Only 20 more minutes. Alright, let's go. This is the ground. I remember this is the ground. Out of time. Yeah, it seems like the entire strategy is to try and memorize the moves that it makes at the start and then just do them backwards. If you actually have to solve the tile puzzle like I do now, then you're just shit out of luck. There's nothing you can do. I think this is the piece I needed to put over there. They look very similar. Just need to... Game over, out of time. Excuse me a moment. It's my cheat day. I can still barely tell his arm from the ground. That's continuing to mess me up here. If there's different music on later stages, I wouldn't know. I think this is the thing that needs to be over here. No, go ahead. Run out of time. You know, the people who made this game wanted you to pay money for it. Keep that in mind. Excuse me. Or don't, I'm not your dad. Oh, we're out of time. Only 10 more minutes, folks. Well, let's play normal game again, because that's so interesting too. I wonder what the letters spell. I also wonder what the weight does, because it doesn't seem to be anything. What? I wonder if the game saves your password for you. You know? So like, if I just went to the options screen after game overing, which I absolutely definitely will. What the? Okay, there's an instant win icon. BZZB. What? Why won't... Okay, that piece in the corner won't move. Okay. So, still don't know what the weight does. That was a guy who ran on the screen. There is a piece that goes here. It's that one. The guy did something. Still don't know what the weight does. Does this go in the corner? Does this... No, that one doesn't... No, why would that one go in the corner? Alright. That looks kinda right. We need to wait for that thing to go away. Okay. Kaboom! Bomb exploded. Okay, so if I go... Nope, you have to put in the passcode yourself. Every time. What happens if we set tile speed to slow? No, this is, the tile speed is slow. It's not really helping. It'll all be over soon, folks. And then we can go ahead and put this exactly where it belongs on our ranked list. We're out of time. And oh darn, look at that. We're literally out of time. We gotta stop playing this now. Drat. Well, crap. Okay, well, I would have really liked to play more, but, well, I guess we just don't have any more time. And where the heck is this going to go on the list? I wonder. It could be anywhere. Anywhere at all. Really wish it had that Oxford comma, to be honest with you. Dirk on the tiles. Yeah. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad I don't have to think about it anymore. Where do I start? Okay, again, I really... I feel like it bears emphasizing. I don't hate tile puzzles. But they are an inherently slow activity. You slide the little tiles. Sometimes they get stuck. And you very, very slowly put the thing together. And yes, I'm aware that there probably is some literature out there that you could read to learn these specific techniques. You know, and if you've got this piece here and this piece here, and you need them to be flipped, the one on top needs to be underneath, and the one underneath needs to be on top. There probably is a specific technique that you could use to do that. I don't know how much it would... the entire game is tile puzzles. You had to pay money for a game that was entirely tile puzzles. And they're on a very restrictive time limit with other things happening at the same time on a low-resolution monochrome screen and to top it all off, the game doesn't save your password. So every time you want to restart at the puzzle where you previously left, you need to press select to go to the options menu, go down to the puzzle, or the password thing, and input it yourself every time. This came out in 1993, and you had to pay money to get it. I just can't. I just can't. Well, that's going to be me for this evening. Thanks for coming by and hanging out and watching. And yeah, we're just going to call it here instead of rating anybody. So I will be back tomorrow with more live improvised music. And I will be back on Saturday with music production. I'll be back on Monday. I assume we're going to be finishing up E.T., the Interplanetary Mission, playing some more Azure Dreams. We got some more Crush to play on Tuesday. And then we'll be back this time next week with another game for the Game Boy, another puzzle game for the Game Boy, and I guarantee you, whatever it is, I don't know what it will be, but whatever it is guaranteed to be better than this piece of crap, so thank you once again, and as always, I do hope to see you next time, so bye for now.